The whole idea of what we're doing today is to try and bring the entire Africa together under the platform called the Creative Africa Exchange. What is the idea of the Creative Africa Exchange? We're trying to put together all the resources around the creative industry and move it to a viable economy. So fashion, music, arts, all parts of creative industry, publishing, media and so on and so forth, content and also technology.
One of the highlights of this fair has been the creative industry session, where we heard from both filmmakers, we heard from fashion designers, and we heard from financiers who all share the same vision that the creative industry is one that needs to be taken seriously and needs to be seen, in the words of D'banj, one of our famous stars in Nigeria, as the next oil and gas industry.
What we need is for you guys to really understand that content is the new crude oil. And however how you respect the oil industry, you have to respect the creative industry.
Back then, it was considered a taboo to want to pursue a career in the arts, in the film industry, even though I had just picked up a degree in theater arts. This career, they said, wasn't for anyone who was serious or for anyone who wanted to make an impact in the world. Well, look at us now.
Well, I believe it's time for Africans to tell our own stories. It's always been our time to take charge of what we say and what is being said about us, but we just never adequately use this power. Media and entertainment are two of the most powerful tools of influence in the world. Why is it then that we take so long to reconstruct the view that the world has of us? In my opinion, and because of my last 10 years in the industry, I think the biggest struggle we face as Africans in film is a lack of these platforms and structures that let creativity flow smoothly.
I mean, today, Spotify is valued at over $23 billion. Let that sink in. $23 billion for one company. And it is constantly dealing with competition and constantly dealing with expansion. So when you consider what we talk about Africa's creative contributions, if we can develop platforms and distribution networks and companies like Spotify, just imagine what kind of value that will create and what kind of jobs that will create for our expanding youth.
But I must especially recognize our artists, singers, performers, and so on for putting this particular panel together. For us, we see the creative industry as a very important component of the work we are doing towards promoting regional integration. We decided to put together this event because we believe that the fastest for the continent to increase exports of value-added exports through the services industry, including the creative industry. So working with TMM and their partners, working with OK Africa and their partners, and so many others, we agreed to put this together. But we didn't intend that this would end here. We intended that this would just be sowing the seeds for something greater, which we hope to grow into what will help us develop the industry further.
We were able to work with another group of people who created Hip TV.
Yeah.
Today, Hip TV is one of those that one of the platforms in which they distribute their music. And it wasn't easy for us initially to understand what the business model is. And whenever we try to tweak it, we look like the guys from the ancient age, because we are set in our ways. But they've helped us to understand that there's flexibility in creating financial products that will make it work. And today, HIP TV is doing well. And I believe that we can engage further with the other aspects of this industry to be able to put money behind them.
Africa by Design is a collective of 30 different designers from 7 different sub-Saharan countries, and our whole idea is to celebrate and expose the very best of Africa's diverse design talent. This here at the lounge is a very small selection of our designers' works. We launched in Accra in Ghana last year. We have since travelled to New York, to Dubai, to London, and now here we are in Egypt. And the whole idea is to expose and celebrate the very diverse and beautiful, talented designers that this continent has to offer. We are keen to promote it as an industry for the continent.
It's been an exciting few days. We've been able to expose African fashion to the world, but to Africa. But we're particularly looking forward to the day when Nigeria will be self-sufficient in production of fabrics as well as manufacturing of clothing items.
The sun has come, can't wait too long. Can you feel it deep in your soul?
I'm Sandra Yawa, the Executive Director of Times Multimedia. Today you can see we're here for the Creative Africa Exchange Fashionably Loud. This concept came across because of the Intra-African Trade Fair, giving the creative industry an opportunity to showcase what they have. Africa is a continent that is rich, that has a lot of creative people, rich in culture and art, and yet many people are not aware of this and the source. What this now showcases, which is the first of its kind, is a Pan-African fashion show infused with African music, which is the beginning of the showcase of the African continent and its beauty in the creative industry.
Now we are looking forward to encourage and to reach out to many more countries in Africa and to encourage as well designers. We had recently the fashion design show. We presented as well culture with ballet and with different contemporary artists. We would like to reach out much more to the design field as well, because product design and economy is a very close bridge, of course, and as well contemporary art, to present this from all over Africa, in the fair would be an amazing add-on.
1, 2, 3, hey! Take me till you can.
My name is Suleiman Yaya. This was quite inspiring, and I align with the vision to bring arts and design, fashion as part of trade and investment drive. I think it resonates with African culture and our civilizations over the millennia. So this is going to be I believe next events will be more smoother, flawless and bigger. I wish the bank well and the organizers for this feat. Congratulations to you all.
You know, this fashion show was all about showing that Africans can wear African. All shades of Africans wearing beautiful African fabric.
Hi, my name is Mombi Minor. I am from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm an actor. I have a series that's on Netflix right now. I'm very excited to be here. The fashion show has been amazing. All the designers have been excellent. It's really nice to see Africa coming together and sharing each other's style. So it's a good place to showcase African style, especially at this event. I'm really happy to be here.
Hello, Africa. My name is Rita Dominic. I'm an actress and a producer from Nigeria. I enjoyed the show tonight. I saw so many designs from very talented African designers, and I enjoyed the music as well. I particularly liked the fusion of art and fashion. It was very colorful, it was very creative, and it was absolutely fantastic. And I mean, what more way to celebrate the creative industries in Africa than fashion, music, art? But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed myself.
Hi guys, it's your favorite girl YJ from Nigeria, and it was an amazing time in this fair, and I hope that this happens more than now, because collaboration is more important than so thank you for having me, and see you next year.